So it's day 2 of the Techniq detail on the Porsche. I've just got to Techniq now, I'm just down the road at the service, just going to grab a quick Starbucks. Today is probably the hottest day of the year so far. We're in March and it's going to be apparently 22 degrees, so t-shirt weather, which is amazing. The summer's coming, perfect time of year to get the car done, so I'm buzzing about the weather at the minute. Today we're going to be going over the car with machine polishers, probably a full 3-stage machine polish on the car, get the paint as good as we can, make sure it's the best we can get it to, and then at the end of the day, if we kind of get it done, go over some other bits, maybe some sealant on the interior or something like that. But it's been really good so far. The results that Adam got yesterday kind of speak for themselves. The bonnet that he did was incredible, so I'm hoping for more of the best, and hopefully I can do just as good as him after a bit of training for himself, just to kind of show me how to do it and the methods to get the best results, really. So stay tuned and we'll check it out. I'm gonna grab a Starbucks. Bye. Right, so I came in this morning first thing and Adam's already kind of hit the bonnet. It's like immaculate, and now he's going to kind of show me how to do it. So
yeah, cool. So yeah, the bonnet's had 3 stages. We've used the cut and compound on a wall pad, a medium pad and polish, then we've used an ultra soft foam pad and an ultra fine polish.
yeah, it looks amazing.
So what we'll do is we'll do a 2-stage on the roof and the rest of the vehicle, because it's not as in bad condition as what the bonnet was. So what we've done, we've set you up with the Rupes Mini, so we use all the Rupes machines here in the detailing bay. This is the Mini, this is a 12mm throw. We've then put on the yellow foam pad, which is like a fine sort of medium to soft pad. Then we're going to go with the Kosh Chemi F6, so again this is like a medium polish that works really well with this pad, so it'll cut out the hazing, the swirl marks, the marring, the buffer trails, and it will leave it nice and glossy. And you can also do 2 sets of this if need be, which means you can sort of work it in, buff it off and then do it again. So with a new pad, or a clean pad as this one is, what you want to do is put 4 pea-sized blobs of polish, so you don't need too much of this. If you use too much, it will just sling everywhere. Okay, so that's all you need. You're then going to put the cord around your shoulder, and you're going to work in quite small sections. So with this sort of size roof, probably 3 each side, so 6 in total. You don't want to overspread the polish because it's going to break down and you'll thin it out slightly. So what you're going to do is, for example, on this front section, just pat the polish around. This is just to drop it off and get an even application of polish. Okay, I've adjusted the speed here for you, so you don't need to mess around with that.
What speed's best for this?
We tend to use between 4 and 5, depending on the paint and how it's responding. I've put it on speed 4 for you. Again, that's the nice speed just to practice on and get used to the machine. What you want to do is hold the machine with your left hand at the front. You're going to flick the switch on and then just control it, and you're going to cross hatch, so you're going to go one way with the polish and then the other way, just to make sure you've got even coverage. The best thing to do is to not start on an edge, is to start in the middle of the section and spread the polish out. Okay. Once you finish, you're then going to stop the machine on the paint and then lift it off. If you try and stop it off the paint, it can sling everywhere. So. Okay. Alright, so it's as simple as just spread the polish around, like that, and then just work the polish in. Ideally put it back into the middle of the section you've worked, and then we can just turn it off. Okay, and lift it off. Then take your new microfiber cloth.
In terms of pressure, how much pressure do you apply?
Not much at all. You want to relax your shoulders, relax with the machine, and keep the pad flat. You don't need to be pushing on it. Okay. It's not going to make much difference, to be honest.
You've almost made a smiley face there.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just relax with it, cross hatch it so you know you've got even coverage, and then take your new microfiber. This is the Techniq MF1, this one. And then what I showed you earlier was actually when you're buffing off, and you actually want to use your wrist and just buff it like this, as opposed to just straight lines.
It's all in the wrist.
Yeah, it's all in the wrist. You'll pick up a lot more polish residue if you
All in the wrist, baby.
Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist.
Buffing it off like this. Again, make sure you get the polish off the edges. You can always flip your cloth if you need a fresh side. And then over wipe as well. When we're polishing and coating, we always over wipe. So although you've not polished over here, you just want to make sure it's nice and clean. Once it's polished, you can then use panel wipe just to clean it, and then use the lights. So we've got spotlights above us as well as handheld lights. So you're just going to check it and then decide whether you need to do any more polishing or if you're happy with it.
How many times would you normally do that?
So with that pad combo, normally once or twice, and then we'll actually finish with the Rupes white pad. This is a super soft foam, and their new Uno Pure. So again, this is a really finishing polish. So this won't really remove many scratches or anything, but it's going to add the gloss. So on your paint, on the test area we did 2 sets of the yellow and yellow, as we call it, and just 1 set of this. Yeah. And then that's it. It'll be ready for some C2 or some coating or something.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Perfect. Thanks very much. I'll get cracking. See how I get on.